All right, what is up, boys? Uh, I'm leaving this up on the screen. I did rip this from YouTube. This is them. All right, please no copyright infringement. Kudos to New Rise Technologies. Please, please, please no copyright, dude. Please, I am begging. Like I am not on my knees literally, but like please no copyright, bro. Kudos to them. They did some like it was like drone coverage for this track, dude. Please, please. But without further ado, let us get into the driver standings. Now, forgive me for the kind of weird shade of colors. Here, let me show you. Originally, this was a ugly green, a very verdant, a very strong, and a very overpowering green. Okay. So that being said, let's take a look at our driver championship leaders right now. Top 10, we have Dom leading the race with 70 points. Berkey, your reigning world driver champion, 67 points. Only three behind him without a race win. So that DNF for Dom at Coda, a huge, huge deal. Turbo Chicken, your season one champion, 67 points, 4 points behind of Dom. And then your league owner Spark in fourth with 54. So still pretty close, even with the large points that people can gain from this modified points system. But let's move on to the constructors. Racing Bulls with 118. Haas was the season two constructors championship. I can't or champions. I can't remember who. Yeah, you can see a small fragment of the how green this image was in the Haas logo, but I can't remember who won it season one. I want to guess Red Bull, but I really can't remember, so don't quote me on that. But 118 points, 20 points clear of the Red Bull or the Racing Bulls. Aston Martin 92. It's actually very, very close, just across the board. Very even fight so far. The top three each getting a singular win, none of them getting multiple wins. Not a single constructor has gotten more than one win. That being it, let's now get into the session. If my OBS will stop bugging, let us now get into the session. We are, as you guys, I hope you guys would be able to tell, we are racing around the Jeddah Corniche circuit. One of my favorite tracks, one of my best tracks overall. The issue is now with these new regulations, racing has become a little more exciting on most tracks. This track, I don't know if I'd really call it more exciting, to be perfectly honest with you, to be more exact. Um, What's up, Giant Stick? What's up, Berkey? Sorry I didn't say something earlier, but it's gonna be more tumultuous. It's gonna be more topsy turvy. It's gonna be more back and forth, much to the annoyance of these drivers. It's gonna be much, much more difficult to hold position than ever before. We have an Aston Martin. It is not Dustin. It is Dom. Let's take a look at hot lap set. Oh, I need to unmute the game before he starts this hot lap. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Almost forgot. Let's take a look at a Dom, the leader in the championship. Hot lap from him. Did say he had done very little practice leading up to this. You know, allegedly little practice. So we shall see how this goes for Dom. Saying early on in Discord that he just did not understand the battery. Just not able to understand the battery. And around this circuit, much like Spa with these new regulations, managing your battery and deploying in all the right places is essential, is critical to a very good qualifying and overall race pace. So we shall see if the YouTube video that he said he would watch has helped him to really, kind of nail down the ERS strategy for this track. Very high speed, very few places to harvest battery, so it's gonna be I don't know, it's just gonna be a tough one all race session to really balance, right? To really manage exactly how much you have at certain parts of the track. Setting a 102 in sector 2. I am expecting definitely 129s, without a doubt. Maybe I am also thinking we should see 128s as Dom is completely out of battery here. How much will he lift and coast for this last corner? Might get a baby amount of slipstream from the car ahead. I think he is. Could help him just that little bit, setting a 130. That is not going to be spectacular for him. Spark setting a very similar sector 2, setting a 129.6. So much better battery management, it seems like, for Spark. Let's take a look at somebody farther back. McLaren, it is NASCAR. He's on an outlap, or yep, he's on an outlap. Take a look at the Ferrari. It is Psychotical, another outlap. Let's take a look at him. Bricky sitting at 129.6. Let's take a look at Psychotical, one of the fastest drivers. Actually, I might be wrong. I think it might be Psychotical actually in the lead. I forgot to check the bottom of the standings. He has raced as a reserve in... This is his third race as a reserve, I think. No. He might officially finally be a... Yeah, I think he's a full-time driver now for Ferrari. But the first 2 races, he was a reserve. So I forgot to check his points total because it is shown separately. So he very well might be the actual leader in the title fight. I can't remember. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Something for another time. McLaren ahead of him, letting him through. Very, it's fine. Not over 272 or 280, 290 kilometers an hour to where the overtake deployment would be affected by the yellow flags, and he didn't even use any anyways. So, ooh, a little bit of a rear slide there, hitting a little Tokyo drift. Wrong place of the world, pal. This is the Middle East, not Japan. Let's see what his Sector 2 split time is. A 101.6. So a good bit faster than what we saw set by Spark. Could be indication of a much faster lap. All depends on the battery deployment down this back part of the track though. Last corner to go. Not much harvested. Only about 30% will last them a very small fragment of this finish to the end. A 129.4 is fastest. Provisional pole. Let's take a look at Kreger. Kreger about done with his qualifying lap here. Heading into the last hairpin of this track. Actually, I might be able to invite Ev back if he hasn't rejoined. First, let's see what Kreger sets. Kreger setting a 130.6. Not very competitive at the moment. Let's see if I can invite Mr. Flo back. Yes, I can. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That is why you add your commentator as a friend on EA. So currently looking at my good friend Rockstar, admin for my league FSR. Not spectacular. Not spectacular from him yet. We'll be going to the pit. Same with Dustin. Dustin is setting a great lap, but he is not a qualifying warrior. Nova, another one, setting a 134. Also not particularly great. Kartik, on the other hand, 130 flat. Can he improve? I sure hope so. I sure hope so. Somebody leaving the pits. That is Dom. No, Dom has already left the pits. It's going to be somebody who pops up right now. I think a V-Carb maybe. I don't know. Hard to tell sometimes. It is V-Carb. It is Burker. It is the Berkster, king of all Berks, the reigning world driver champion. Trying to let this Cadillac through. Does so as best as he can. Pretty well done, I would say. Is that Spark? No, that is the other Cadillac. That is Epic Baller. Possibly on another hot lap. Second go on the same tire set, it looks like. Berkster just kind of casually driving around. Disconnected once again is Ev. Let's send him another invite while we're not watching anybody particularly involved in anything right now. Let's see. Anybody else? Yes. NASCAR Freak in the middle of a hot lap here, setting a purple sector 1. Is that signs of deploying too much in the first sector, or is that an actual best sector 1 as far as the rest of this lap goes? Small little tap of the overtake there. As passing a V-Carb going 300 plus kilometers an hour. Gone in a blink of an eye. Not very aggressive and not very committed through that corner. Sprinting all the way down to the final corner. Large coast there. Gaining over 30, up to 37% battery. Should last them a little longer than the rest of the people that we've seen, but it will not be a very fast lap, a 130.6. Let's take a look at Berkey as he is starting his hot lap here. The reigning World Driver Champion. How much can he improve on this second hot lap in qualifying? Hold on. So Sai right now is at a 129.4 for pole. Almost at the end of Sector 1. Split time of a 33 is just slower than his best currently, but that could just mean a little more battery save for this first sector. We do see he has a good amount of battery in his tank right now, 57. A little bit of a late brake there, kind of in the middle of the corner. Not optimal, but I don't think really affecting his lap all too much. We've seen a 101.8, I think, from... Ooh, this could be spectacular. 1/10 improvement from Berkey. Has a lot of battery through here, too. Dumps the rest of it down. Getting up to 315 kilometers an hour. 16. Topping out at 316. Last corner attacking that apex. Very late apex to get the best exit possible. That is not fast enough for pole. Just half a tenth slower than Psychotic. Not even half a tenth slower. Let's take a look at Mr. Sparky. What are we doing? No. Unfortunate to see. Turbo Chicken on a hot lap as well. P3 right now will need to improve by quite a lot. Nope, will not be an improved lap for him. What about Dom? Is Dom on a hot lap? Invalidated. We'll be coming back around. Kartik, my homie, my homeboy. In lap. No. Yeah, seemingly an in lap at 130 flat once again. Or maybe an abandoned lap. Maybe beginning once again. Take a look at Supra. First race, I think, in PTRL for this season. Maybe ever, I think. He's recently joined the server. Joining, I know him from Abraxas. The old fridge commentated for Abraxas a good long time ago. Pretty decently quick, so let's see what he can do here for us at Jeddah. I see some yellow flags at the very end of Sector 3. Probably, yeah, pretty inconsequential. Everybody's going to be out of battery by then, so the overtake mode's not really going to matter too much. 4/10 improvement could put him up to a 129.7 potentially. Sai, 129.1. Will we see anybody dip into the 128s? I really thought it was possible. Supra is now behind an Aston Martin. Is this Aston Martin also on a hot lap? No, he is not. He is letting Supra through. Very well done. No yellow flags. Ooh, a 120.102.1. Not really close, or not that close to what we've seen from the top of the qualifying order. You know, Berkey we saw at a 101, 102.8. No, 101.8? Yeah, something like that, 108.7. Sai probably going even faster than the last time we saw. Alpine giving a little bit of a tow to Supra. How much does his help him? Supra setting a 129.7, good enough for P5, but nothing more. Take a look at Bro Joshua. Not on a lap. What is this just an aggressive, aggressive in-lap. Beecham. Not on a hot lap. At least I don't think so. What about Rockstar? Rockstar is on a hot lap, it looks like, improving by 2.5 tenths. Ooh, might have sold that 2.5 tenths right there. Jeddah is, from what I've heard, a very difficult track for controller players. It's just the way that the turns go, the way that everything flows is just especially harder for controller players. Maybe is Rockstar on a hot lap, or is he just screaming into the pits to have time for another go? Maybe just trying to give himself as much time as possible. Supra we already saw do a hot lap. Beecham either in or a cooldown lap. Hard to tell, hard to tell. Yeah, everybody else in the pits will not be coming out for a little while longer. Let's take a quick peek at Baller. Nope, no urgency there. Dustin, 5/10 slower. Stick, what about you? Are you on a hot lap? Looks like he is deploying some battery. Can he improve? He's set so far at 131.2, over 2 seconds slower than the fastest. Really off the pace at the moment. But maybe there's big improvement for him here. Giant Stick with a 130, same time. Same time, consistently mid. Sorry to say, Giant Stick. Sorry to say. NASCAR Freak, are you on a hot lap? He is. 4/10 improvement. And he's bent it. And he has absolutely fried it. Hard to believe that he'd still be improving after that. So, Giant Stick quoted as saying, consistently fucking washed. Well, you know, to get better, first you have to accept that you're bad, you know? First, you have to be able to be honest with yourself and say, yeah, I'm fucking dog ass. Something needs to change. Smiley, seemingly on a marginal improvement here, has an Alpine in front of him. Is the Alpine on a hot lap? No, Alpine letting him through. Very well done. No yellow flag. What will Smiley's Sector 2 time be? A 1:02.7. Not great from him. Very not great from him. Sorry to say, Mr. Hartley. Alright, I think Nova's one of the first out. Yes, there is a Mercedes ahead of him. That would be Smiley. Smiley on a hot lap. We were just watching him. Nova about to begin his hot lap. Is in P6 currently. Would need over 9/10 of an improvement to take pole position from Sai. Sai is on an outlap, so looking to also improve and cement his pole. Currently, yeah, a little over 3/10 faster than Berkey. So here goes Nova. Can Nova bring out a massive, massive overhaul to his lap to save, to gain, to bring out, to muster 9/10 of a second at least, or 8/10 of a second at least? Sorry. Ooh. He's kind of washing a little bit of understeer going through these corners. Is looking at some traffic ahead. There we go. Ooh, that was commitment, but a small slide in the middle of the corner. Hopefully not compromising his exit. There are several cars in front of him now. Ooh, big slide. That has, I think, pretty much just terminated his improvement lap. V-Carb also on track. It is Berkey behind. No, it is Berkey back here. NASCAR Freak leaving the session for some reason. Spark, outlap. Berkey's on a hot lap. Sai directly behind him. Let's take a look here. Berkey Sector 1. Very aggressive over the wall, or over the curbs, and on up against the wall. So Sector 1 time is going to be a 32.98. 32.4. 4/10 faster is Sai right now, and a 10th improvement. Could Sai be the one, the chosen person, the absolute baller of a driver to dip into the 128s? Looking very, very assured of himself, very confident in his inputs. That is the mark of hours of practice. That is the mark of perfection. Look at that. Stick saying that he's driving the wheels off his car and still not able to match the 129.8 that he was able to set earlier. Ooh, that'd be a really good qualifying lap, Stick. Late apex from Sai, prioritizing the exit, bumping the wall a little bit. Berkey going to a 129. No improvement, but Sai! The man, the myth, the legend does improve to a 128.9. Let's see what Spark has for us. He has an Alpine ahead of him. Only one Alpine on the grid tonight. It is Nova. Nova just kind of aggressively going through. Will Nova giving him a little bit of a slipstream here? Will Spark even get close enough to get much of a slipstream? Seemingly not. Now he will, though, just a small one. Spark going all the way to the line. Improving by 1/10, holds on to P3 for the time being. Supra sneaking up very close to Spark. Turbo seems to be on a hot lap, but will he be capable of improving? Dom finishing in P6. Look at the difference in these four drivers, all within a tenth of each other. Actually, all within less than half a tenth within each other. 129 up into P2 is Turbo Chicken, sniping it. Berkey not improving, so this looks like very likely to be our grid. Yep, Scavenger not improving. Kreger might. Kreger setting a one. Ooh, no improvement. Is the end of qualifying for him. Berkey, the last one, but I don't think he's going to improve. It looks like his lap is kind of an in lap. That'll just terminate his qualifying. Sai as well. Yep, finishing his qualifying session going into the pits. Same with Berkster. So it will be Psychotical. A tenth faster than Turbo. Turbo 17, actually more like 18 thousandths of a second. Too slow to be the second and only the second to drop into the 128s here around Jeddah in PTRL Division 1 Week 3? Week 3. Alright, now with qualifying wrapping up, let me just make sure I'm not missing any important messages. Nope. Mark is red. Nope. Nothing there. Nope. And nope. Nothing there. Nothing there. Alright, so that should do it. This is your qualifying order. Look at these four American chuds. What absolute bozos, bro. What is this American bias? I'm just kidding. Super Portuguese. Look at these two Canadians. Nova representing Belgium for some reason. I know he's an American. Kartik, the fastest Indian on track at the moment. Oh, I feel the need to sneeze, man. I really feel the need to sneeze and it's just not coming out. Oh, man. Stick. Well, you know, the regs were kind of a hard reset for a lot of people, so you had a chance, I think. I think you had a chance, Stick, to maybe, you know, it kind of fit your style, but maybe it just hasn't. It hasn't clicked for you yet. You know what I mean, Stick? You know what I mean? It's really clicked for me, man. I am, you know, relatively higher uh I'm relatively faster than I was in before the DLC. Not exactly in qualifying. Qualifying is almost the same. Maybe I'm a little relatively better for qualifying, but race pace, I'm a battery merchant, man. I am an absolute battery merchant, it seems. I don't know what I mean. I know 116 sounds pretty good because I've seen people, you know, really fast people hit 116s, or I don't know. But I've seen people who are good hit 116s. I actually haven't done Imola at all on these new cars yet. Kind of excited though. I really like the Imola track. I think it's really fun. All right, time to do my own version of Mexican cocaine. Red 40 cocaine. Takis it is. Um. Mmm. Yeah, and especially for this Jetta track, it really does come down to battery management and your setup. You need to maximize your top speed. So, I mean, we saw Sai hit 316 kilometers an hour, and not a lot of people I saw actually reaching that speed. You know, and the difference down that long of a straight, 316 kilometers an hour versus 310, 309, 308 kilometers an hour is massive, dude, massive. You might think like, oh, it's only for a little bit, but we're talking about very minuscule margins. We're talking about tenths of seconds. Do you know how small a tenth of a second is? Just sit here and think, okay, this is how long a second is. You know, like this. That's a second. That's I don't know if you could hear the snap, but you know, like one. That's a second. Now cut that in half. One. All right. Now cut that in half again. One. And then That's a fourth. Cut it down again, and that's an eighth. That's pretty close to a tenth of a second. Like it's so small, the difference in in these Formula One cars, because they're going so fast. Is the entire deal about them, right? That's the entire appeal to this racing category. Oh my God! Ooh, this red 40 is really kicking, bro. Ooh, this red 40 got hands. Mmm, mmm, so delicious, bro. All right, for those of you who didn't get to see it earlier, let's take a look at this bad boy right here. Podium prediction? Okay, hold on. Podium prediction. That's a good one. I'm gonna say, for sure, Sai. I would really hope Sai's on the podium. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Supra. I need to hit one snipe. I need to hit one long shot podium choice, you know? And I'm gonna go with Supra. And then my third one, I'm stuck between you and Turbo. You know what? Reigning World Driver Champion edges it out. He's really good at edging, you know? So I would say podium, Sai, Supra, Berkey. But it's a tough one. No offense to Spark, no offense to Turbo. But some people just have that it factor. Right now, Sai has the pace. Maybe not the it factor, but he has the pace, you know? Supra, I feel like he might have a little bit of that, maybe not the it factor, but I think he's a sneaky one. I think he's a little shifty. No, Berkey, you will not be in the wall, brother. I believe in you. Turbo, I don't know. I just don't see it. I don't see it, and I really don't see it in Spark either. But he was absolutely frying in that PSGL social race that he was a part of earlier in the day. So maybe that's been a huge confidence boost to him. We do see him qualifying right now in P4. So if I can call a dark horse, I would call Spark the dark horse, the true dark horse to win, or podium to podium. Ah, that feels kind of bad when I say it, but back to the clip, just so you guys can all enjoy it. Ah, fuck. Well, they're information lab, but I will let you guys finish the clip. All right, gotta make sure I leave this up for a little bit. Gotta shout out the AO New Rise Technologies for their YouTube video. Kind of ripped it off of them, but hey, thank you to you guys. It's a beautiful like cinema, cinema, cinematic. I don't know why I always get tripped up on that word. Cinematic, um, overview, kind of light. I don't know what to call it, but just super cinematic from them. Very well done, super awesome. I really like drone. Back to the session. And let's get ready. Let's get ready for the start of this race. Let's take a look at tires. Tires, only two people starting on the hards, and that is Dom and Kreger. Dude, the undercut in these cars is just so powerful that many people are starting to just completely shy away from the hard start. But maybe before, where the hard start was a little bit of that overcut, and kind of strategy choice, right? Having less flexibility, but kind of being dead set in no matter what happens, I can just gain track position based on, I don't know, safety cars or whatever else. They can just stick onto that set strategy from the beginning and just kind of truck along with it, full commit to it. And it can pay off. It can really pay off. But now with with the undercut just being so much stronger, it's kind of it's a lot more of a riskier choice to make. Really you're not getting the overcut anymore. Really you're just kind of hoping that the timing of incidents, the timing of safety cars just really pay off for you to start on the hards. But as the rest of these cars rejoin the grid, there is a McLaren NASCAR freak lagging significantly behind. What are we doing, homie? Let's get a move on. There's a World Cup game going on and I'm missing it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, reforming the grid. And we are off. We are off in Jeddah. We see a lot of movement already, very early down this straight. Can we keep it clean and safe through turn 1? Please, I beg of you all. There's already a front wing gone. Maybe somebody misjudging their braking, but so far so good. Nobody, particularly dead. More front wing damage, this time an end plate on Nova. And Aston Martin just stopping almost on track entirely. And now wheel to wheel is Nova and this Aston Martin slotting behind him. Some elbows out already. Not looking good for some of these drivers. Some overtakes potentially being chanced here. Cadillac holding the inside. That a spark on Kartik. Spark this far down so early. I wonder what must have happened to him. Some unfortunate circumstances potentially. Looking up and down the intervals, we see a lot more shifting in the middle of the grid, where the most traffic is, the most congestion on track. There's Senate Spark getting ahead of, and Rockstar, a late move on Bro Joshua. Very, very risky going into that corner, but makes it stick. I think no real incident happening. Bro Joshua now losing yet another position, this time to Beecham. Nova now getting ahead of Dom, taking the inside. Will he have the battery to hold on to it, or will we see some yo-yoing, some rubber banding? Everybody up ahead not really battling at all. And there is 3 seconds between the front 4 and the rest of the grid. Dom now getting ahead. Kreger getting ahead of Beecham. Kartik getting ahead of Nova. Kartik now ahead of, still ahead of Nova. His teammate setting a move. Not much going on between the front 4. I think the front 4 kind of agreeing, almost telepathically to just kind of chill and relax and kind of just run away for the time being. Ev up into P12 now. Some more movement going on at the very back of the grid. Ghosted is Kartik. I wonder what happened there. I wasn't watching. I was watching the interval. Sorry, buddy. Ooh, people getting a little antsy, driving very close to each other here. It is... Ooh, Rockstar going to the wall. He has removed his end plate forcibly off his car. That is very not good. Let me tell you what, that is very unfortunate. Side by side is Spark along with Nova getting ahead, barely going to this corner. Nova not conceding the position. That's always a weird one. Whose fault is it? Who is supposed to back out? That will be a ticket without a doubt. Oh, we might see a move here. Nope, Turbo Chicken staying behind of Psychotical right now. Once again, look at the time they're getting, over a second and a half ahead of Dom. Dom, said he's kind of struggling with this track anyways. So these 4, again, just kind of happy to continue running away from the rest of the pack. Very intelligent, if I do say so myself. The V-Card maybe eyeing up a move as Turbo has made a small error. Nope. No move made. Bro Joshua very close to the back of Spark. Spark into P8. Let's look at the general position changes. Ev up 8 positions. NASCAR Freak down 7. Examine down 9 going into the pits. Maybe sustaining a lot of front wing damage. Not enough to continue. Spark down 4. Joshua down 2. Beecham down 4. Not looking particularly great for some of these drivers. It is now Sai being overtaken by Turbo Chicken, going into the very back kind of hairpin loop. I call it a hairpin. It's really not a hairpin, but I mean it's kind of an in-betweener. It's a full 180-degree turn. Get a little bit of coverage of the front four as they have earned it. Hey, the 3 people that I said that would, be my podium picks, all in the top 4 currently. Dude, I love Jeddah. It has, I think, the absolute best camera angles of all tracks in this game. I mean, just look at this. Is this not beautiful? Is this not gorgeous? Potential move here, Spark. No, it is Nova getting ahead of Spark, maybe, potentially. I don't know, hard to tell. Rockstar in 11th, continuing to slip down with a damaged front wing. Very painful around this track. Sai kind of eyeing up a little bit of a shimmy, but no commitment there. He's not sending it, maybe not really feeling the need to risk it there. Spark and Kartik going side by side there. Spark not able to come out with a position there. These 3 very close in proximity. Kartik leading the small train. Actually, it's a very large train. Goes all the way down to P16 with Dustin at the very back of it. Oh, somebody going wide. It is Nova recovering nicely, I think. Berkey very close to side by side with Sai. Still no move made. Nova potentially in the slipstream of Spark. A lot of battery saved up. This might look a little hairy for Spark here shortly. Might remind him of Sasquatch testicles. What's up, Dominator? Always awesome to see you hop in these, man. Spark is getting ahead of Kartik. Now Kartik under threat from his teammate, doing a little bit of a swapperoo, kangaroo style, right, Dominator? Right, Turbo Chicken overtaken by Sai. Changing the lead again, but Turbo holding the inside line. Can he hold on to it? Ooh, these three might get a little antsy here with a window of opportunity for each of them. I knew you'd agree, Dominator. Ooh, Berkey faking him out, terrorizing them just a little bit. Not quite literally, but just kind of, freaking them out, stressing them out as much as he can. A small spike in cortisol can really benefit you when you're really just waiting for somebody to make a mistake. That's what it comes down to in racing a lot of the times. Once you're all around, about the same skill level, about the same pace, you are really just kind of trying to force the driver ahead to make a mistake. If not, you're just going to take the position by force. That is always a little riskier. Always a little riskier. Ooh, is Turbo maybe looking for a move? No, he's not. I keep getting teased, man. I'm getting teased. Sai does have the overtake while ahead of Turbo, but it's going to be very hard to actually pull away. It's going to be constant battling pretty much for the rest of this race unless a lot of people make a mistake. Looks like people settling into their race positions. Everybody kind of coasting along in their trains. I lied, Baller getting ahead of Rockstar. Nova getting a 3-second time penalty. Ooh, that is not good for him. Take a look at the front of the pack. Just much faster than the rest of the grid at the moment. Front four, 6.5 seconds, excuse me, ahead of everybody else. Ooh, these red 40 talkies are really packing a punch, man. I keep swallowing it wrong. That's what she said. Actually, no, that's what I said. I do be saying that Kartik getting ahead of his teammate now. A little bit of a... Oh, no. What is going on here? Getting ahead maybe by virtue of absolutely missing a braking zone. Does have Kreger now hungry immediately behind him. Turbo potentially trying something around the outside. No such luck. No dice. No Diddy. Ev now with a 3-second time penalty. Bro Joshua getting ahead of Kreger in the midfield. Ooh, no such, not really holding on to the position there is Bro Joshua. Bro Joshua actually now losing a position to Baller. Seemingly, my best guess would be maybe that he dumped a ton of battery to get ahead, and it was just a sitting duck. It was a sitting duck unable to defend the re-overtake. will need to kind of change his strategy there, change his game plan, try to adapt to the way the cars around him are driving. That's the beautiful thing of the new regs, man. You can't just do the exact same thing lap after lap after lap. You have to kind of play a little bit of chicken. You have to play a little bit of chess. Mind games with the drivers that you were competing with. Kartik and Nova stopping once again, kind of swapping positions, examined with the 3-second time penalty. Berkey. Yeah, these guys are, yeah, they're just kind of gently fighting each other. They're kind of, you know, like, oh, am I going to do it? Am I going to do it? No, you thought. You silly goober. Just making each other as big as possible in each other's mirrors to really just kind of, you know, almost like in basketball, right? Whenever somebody's taking a free throw, the people in the back, in the direct eye line of the free throw taker, sitting there trying to, hey, your mom's a hoe. Hey, I fucked your sister. You know, trying to absolutely, you know, absolutely bamboozle them, take them out of the zone, you know, kind of distract them from what they're doing. And so that's pretty much what they're trying to do here, as they do go a little bit of wheel to wheel. Bro Josh racking up a 3-second time penalty now, 4-track limits. But yeah, just kind of trying to do the same thing, just kind of razz each other, really be like, gotcha, that kind of a thing. Examined retiring from the session, has DNF'd. Did he retire on track, or is he dead? Oh, or did he retire in the pits and then the AI, for some reason, brought itself out? I don't know. It would have to be something that is rewatched. Sai getting ahead of Turbo. Wheel to wheel. I mean, this is just consistently a riveting battle. Nova, does he have a run on his teammate? Will not send it. Turbo might have a move on Sai. Going to turn 1. Nope. No move made. Dom is now ahead of Spark, though. What has happened to Spark? Ooh, wheel to wheel. Going to turn 1. Spark holding the outside. Does he get the better traction? Seemingly not. Maybe a little nervous. Oh, maybe he has. No, he has not. Conceding the position. It is... Oh, a big mistake from Baller, it seems like. Under threat now to lose even more positions than he just did. Ooh, that's ballsy from Baller. Very, very ballsy. I guess that's where he gets the name from. Turbo still in second. Berkey also still in third. These four have kind of just, you know, for the most part of the race, have been in the exact same positions that they're on, that they're in now. Turbo and Sai, swapping every once in a while. You know what? You take the lead. I'll give you a turn. No, you know what? I'll give you a turn. Just taking turns, leading the race. And so far, they haven't gained much more time on the rest of the grid. As you know, before we saw that they were 6.5 seconds ahead of Dom, and oh well, now Dom has been overtaken by Spark. Spark with the P5. I mean, it's gonna take some miracle for the rest of the grid to catch up to these front four. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel racing here from Berkey, now getting ahead of Turbo, maybe. No, will not be able to. But the Williams of Supra, maybe trying to launch a move on Berkey. He is now ahead. That is the first position swap we've seen between the 4th and 3rd place cars, Berkey and Supra. Berkey now in 4th instead of 3rd. Who will make a mistake first, if any at all? With anybody, actually? That's a better question. Will any of these guys make a big mistake at any point? And if so, what will their mistake be? Something happening to Ev in the pits. Or no, that's Kreger. What has happened to Ev? Ev losing several positions in the matter of a second, and has left the session. Has been disconnected. I guess I might as well re-invite him right now while nothing's going... Well, I say nothing's going on, but, you know, nothing at this exact moment was going on, as they are in a part of the track where they'll just kind of trail each other. Dustin, maybe, getting ahead of Max Scavenger here shortly. The resident terrorist in every league that he's a part of is Max Scavenger. Let's take a quick look at what's going on here as Rockstar... What did I say? I don't know who's at fault, but it's just crazy that Max is involved. It is crazy that Max is involved. There is now a full-length safety car. I feel like these guys will pit onto the hards. Get the free pit stop. And being a good friend of Dustin, I very much so expect a message and a clip to be sent in shortly. Won't show it on stream. That is not my place. But yeah, crazy. Crazy that as soon as I'm talking about Max, something happens. Again, not trying to imply that who's at fault or anything, because things can happen. But it's just a crazy, crazy coincidence that he is consistently involved in incidents. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Just checking in on a good friend. Hope just checking. Oh god, dude. All right. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Oh man, it's I can't say too much. I didn't get a good angle. I was looking at the intervals, and the camera angle happened to kind of switch. I don't know if it was at the wrong time or what. I don't know if there was a good view on this commentary, but I'm telling you, man, the timing. As soon as I say something related to Max's tendencies and Max's history, something happens. It's just crazy the way the world works. Just crazy how fickle the universe is. So this is great for Spark and Dom as they were kind of leading the rest of the pack, but just not able to gain time on the leaders. Let's see who overall has pit. Has everybody pit? It looks like everybody has pit, but this has absolutely cooked Dom and Flo, who took the risk on the hards. Or no, it wasn't even them. Who? It was somebody else. Who started on the hards? It was Dom. It was Dom and Kreger on the hards. And Kreger is struggling to say the least. So Ev going mediums onto new mediums instead of hards. Interesting to say the least. What happened to Unk? I didn't really get a good look at it, but he is not happy. So I have no idea. I truly have no idea. Ev going into the pits onto hards. Okay, I guess that makes more sense. He probably misinput. A bit of a misinput, maybe. Yeah, poor Unk indeed, man. Poor Unk indeed. Hate to see it, man. Hate to see it. Ooh, bacon. You shouldn't, you bad, bad boy. Giving Dusty Bun a kiss on the lips. Mmm. It's kind of hot. Send the video. All right. Well, to get back into the race, we may not be getting the safety car to come in this lap. At the moment, the longer we go, the worse it is for Dom because he is. I don't know. It's a weird balancing act. You know how. No, this is great for Dom. I think, maybe. Why is Max typing in chat? Oh my god, Max, don't say anything, bro. There's nothing you can say to make things better. Genuinely, the only thing you can say, or the only thing you can do is make things worse. What is up, Mr. Hot Dog? How we doing, homie? My favorite Frankenwiener. My favorite sausage, man. We are about almost halfway through this race in Jeddah. We have seen a nasty crash between a Wild Max Scavenger and a Dustin Incredible 4. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'll definitely be seeing the clip. I'll definitely be seeing the clip as Dustin is a good friend of mine. So I will definitely be seeing his clip. Big chillin', Mr. Hot Dog. Samesies, man. Samesies. I was feeling very exhausted earlier today, man. I have no idea. I did not get a clear look at it. So, you know, maybe a bit to a fault, I have a hawk eye on the intervals while racing. At least for most of the streaming, most of the race commentary, to be like very on top of maybe somebody's making a move somewhere on the grid. And I think also it just so happened to be when the camera angle shifted, so I didn't get like a great view, a great consistent view through the incident. So out of the corner of my eye, and with a change in camera angle, I can't say anything. All I saw was 2 cars in the wall. One of them is Dustin, one of them is Max. So I don't know. It's not my place. You know, it's not my place to cast judgment, to cast any kind of incriminating statements if I don't know anything. You know, that's just inflammatory commentary, and that's not really what that's really not what I'm about. I'm all about talking shit. I'll talk shit. You know, tastefully talk shit. You know, like this Kartik guy, where's he at? This Kartik guy right here, washed. Absolute bum guy. I mean, 0 race pace, 0 qualifying pace. He is just mid as fuck. Absolutely mid as fuck. Dude, you're Mr. Hot Dog Man. EA does not care. EA does not care. Bacon saying that he's surprised that Rockstar doesn't have a penalty yet. I'm a little shocked too. Rockstar does push the limits a lot. Safety car will be coming in this lap. Let's get a look at this restart. But yeah, Rockstar is pretty prone to getting penalties. It does try to push as hard as he can. I mean, it's just a style, you know. It's just a style. Aw, F saying thank you for the invite. I tried my best, man. I tried my best. F saying GG's, Max. What an abs. What a guy. Oh, what a guy. All right, safety car restart will be starting here very, very shortly. Psychotic on out, commencing this restart. Not too many people jockeying for position except for Dom and Spark. Ooh, a lot of shifting up and down the straight now. Breaking up into P3. Can we keep it clean? Ooh, a little bit of a switchback of Epic Baller on his teammate. And Nova in the Alpine. It is Dom getting ahead of Spark. Spark staying ahead. Going side by side through here again is Spark. Going off track, maybe, you know, gaining a position, has given the position back. Very well done, Sparky. Very, very sportsmanship-like. So if you look at the front of the grid, I do not expect him to battle too hard. Berkey trying to maybe keep up with them a little bit, losing some pace there. What's up, Scavenger? Nova very close to the car ahead. No move being made. I lied. Has gotten ahead of Beecham now. Beecham seemingly losing a little bit of traction. Doesn't really look like it was an overtake move done by Nova. Take a look at Dom. Dom gaining a lot of speed. Examined leaving the session. Surprised he was in here for that long. Getting a little bit of a slipstream on Supra. The top 4 is still the exact same as they were before. Beecham now with 3-second time penalty. The middle of the pack right now, 9, 10, 11 with 3-second time penalties. Rockstar happy to see that the drivers ahead have penalties, but will be looking to get ahead of them as soon as possible to make even bigger, take more advantage of those penalties. Turbo setting the fastest lap of this first lap after the safety car restart. Side by side is Bro Joshua and Nova. 2 very stubborn drivers. It is the Alpine of Nova. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Getting ahead and kind of maybe, you know, shoving his teammate a little bit to the side, but has made the move done. Very hard to think. Ooh, Bro Joshua maybe trying to make it too wide through that corner. Let's settle down, pal. Buddy, come on. Let's chill out a second. No need to be overly aggressive. Ooh, Berkey has lost time to Turbo. Bro Joshua now with a 3-second time penalty. Is that now 2 for him? Is that now 6 seconds? That is now 6 seconds of penalties for him as he's going side. Yeah, did overtake Kartik. Kartik will not be happy about that, as, you know, Bro Joshua has the time penalties. It's really not benefiting Bro Joshua to gain that many. And Kartik's been bumped around. Spun, losing several positions in the matter of seconds. He will not be happy about that one bit. I know he will not. Losing even more. Just does not have the speed. God, these guys are driving aggressive. They're driving like a, I don't even know, like a cow who's got his testicles twisted or some shit. Spark up into P5, still able to chase after maybe a podium spot here. I did call it the dark horse. I did call him the dark horse podium sitter. Dom with a run on Spark. Out of battery. Does get clear ahead. Not enough to really make his way back onto the racing line, so a little bit of a compromised exit. Spark with a little more exit speed, but Dom, making his car big, will stay ahead. Down into 6th is Spark. A lot of positions exchanging down here. Smiley getting ahead of Rockstar. Rockstar once again stuck behind the Mercedes duo. This happened in week 1 Bahrain, and we did see a Smiley Rockstar DNF. Can we keep it clean this time? Can we, avoid any such crazy collisions? It is Kartik destroying a sign there. Rockstar getting ahead of Smiley. Now has another Mercedes ahead of him, that of Bro Joshua. No, don't insert death. No Rockstar death, please. No more deaths. I want to see clean racing from here on out. Berkey very, very close to the back of Supra, looking to gain his 3rd place position back. Beach him all the way down to 17th. I wonder what happened to him. Berkey has retaken his P3 spot. Can he hold on to the position, though? Yes, he can. He is now ahead, but 2 seconds behind the 2 fastest on track at the moment, Turbo and Sai. You know, maybe I should have believed in Turbo. Turbo in 2nd right now. Sorry, Turbo. I got it wrong, homie. My bad. Max, I'm not going to talk about it, homie. Why are you asking? Just enjoy the show. Just enjoy the show. Not many overtakes going on at the moment. Beecham retiring from the session in the pits. Smiley also in the pits, but is not retiring. Did have to switch onto the mediums, maybe switching onto another tire set here. Or no, he was on hards. Is now on mediums again? I don't know. But you got to remember, every driver that finishes does get points with this PTRL points system. Turbo with a lot of slipstream on Sai. Not really sending anything, not risking anything. Maybe hoping to gain a little more of a gap between these front 2 and the rest of the pack. There he goes. No, Rockstar with the 3-second time penalty. I mean, he's definitely fighting to the absolute death to try and get ahead. Kartik getting ahead of Bro Joshua now. Rockstar once again behind a Mercedes. Why do I owe you 20 bucks, bro? Turbo getting ahead of Sai now. Sai potentially with a better exit, though. Does have it. Please don't go too wide. Please don't go too wide through here. They do not. Thank God. These guys are a little smart. These guys might be slightly intelligent. Kartik being chased by Rockstar in the Audi, while he himself is trying to catch up to Bro Joshua. Bro Joshua with the time penalty. Kartik right now stuck in the middle of 2 drivers who have penalties. Oh, under the table 20 buck deal. How about an under the table payment? How about that? How do we feel about them? What are we doing, Kartik? Stay on track. You can't then fight your position, bruh. Bro, how are we going to go off track and then hold on to our position? Kartik, come on. What are we doing? Hand job? I was thinking more of a blowy, but hey, since that's what you want, that's what you get. Rockstar, once again, looking to try and just get past these drivers ahead of him. Ooh, losing a little bit of traction there, maybe? Losing a little bit of control. Is now overtaken by Kreger. And Kreger getting a double overtake, actually. Kind of slingshotting past like nobody's business. Supra overtaking Berkey. Stick. Oh my god, good stick. Oh, what the? That is Sparky. Oh, Sparky. Man. Very unfortunate to see. Did I miss a stick overtake? I think I did miss a stick overtake because of Sparky spinning. God damn it. God damn it. I could have seen a beautiful stick overtake. A very rare occurrence these days. Let's see. Berkey and Supra. Supra, they have gained a little bit on the front two right now. Ah, shit. Fuck. I need to check something really fast on my phone. Fuck. I may have forgotten a little something. Shit. Shit, shit, shit. Kartik now with another 3-second time penalty. Let's look at the penalties, actually. So, Bro Joshua with 6 seconds. No, that was his first. I lied. 3 seconds for him. Rockstar into the pits. These two still very close to each other. Same with Super and Berkey. Oh, Berkey getting ahead. What has happened? Supra with damage? No. Oh, that's Berkey. Supra with damage, maybe? It looked at a glance like he had... Yep, he's missing a bit of an end plate. Maybe a little... Yep, definitely some good front wing damage. We'll be going to the pits immediately. Definitely pitting onto maybe even softs. Softs might be able to make it the rest of the way here. Keep an eye on what he might be switching onto. Oh, just retiring from the session. Supra, no. What are we doing? You might as well finish. Oh, well. There's one of the people I predicted to be a podium sitter. Baller, you know, slightly sneakily making his way up into P6, up 12 positions. Stick up 10. Gold Killer up. Gold Killer. Oh my god. Gold Killer. Up 11 into P10. Pretty wicked, man. Pretty wicked there. Krager also gaining a lot of position. Same with Ev. We do have 5 DNFs so far, though. I think 2 of them retirements. Not really full. Actually, I think almost all of them except for the Dust and Max just being retirements, not really DNFs. I don't need to keep seeing this. Sorry, I got distracted. Watching this racing, watching this beautiful fast speeds. Berkey still over 2.5 seconds and falling behind at the moment. Not looking good for him. Not looking good for him at all. Baller, maybe? With a move? Hello, Supra. What happened, homie? Let it out. Let it out. Let it all out. What happened, Supra? Yeah, everybody just kind of settling into their spots. Except for Turbo. Turbo with a lot of battery. Massive battery on battery difference on side. Maybe just being patient, really. Making a move. Does have so much battery to spare. Yeah, 97 exiting this corner and not deploying any. Just kind of slowing side down. Maybe making him commit to using more battery than he would normally in this part of the track. Playing some mind games, I see. Playing some chess. Yep, does have a little more battery over side, as one would expect. He does have overtake, higher recharge rate. Will have a lot to use on this lap, but does he just kind of stay with him until the very end of the race, where it is almost inevitable for him to overtake and then give Sai absolutely zero chance to defend? This is fun to watch. This is almost like a dance. Gold Killer getting up ahead of Stick. Oh my god! He's actually he might be figuring out the no assist, guys. He might be doing it. Turbo give him a little left tap, little. Ooh, hitting the curb and then spinning out. Well, unfortunate, man. Unfortunate. Hate to see it. Yeah, P3. Yeah, Berkey did lose the train a little bit. Yellow flags in Sector 3. Don't really know why. It didn't seem like anybody really, you know, massively slow or anything. Gold Killer into the pits. Very interesting indeed. Why would he go into the pits this late? I guess just trying to get the fastest lap for whatever reason. It's 3 a.m. for you, Supra? Holy piss, bruh. I guess you are in... Are you actually in Portugal, Supra? Is that where you're... I mean, that's your flag, right? I didn't know if that's where you were. That's fire, dude. That's a 5-hour difference. That sounds about right. Yeah, okay. Ronaldo. Esto para vosotros, afición. Sí. Sí. Alright, see you, Supra. Always awesome to see you, man. Appreciate you for being in here. Alright, back to the race. We will have 4 laps to go here shortly. 4 laps to go. That's how many toes I have on my hand. Everybody kind of, you know, apart from Psy, Turbo. Oh, yep. Psy and Turbo, the only 2 cars within a second of each other now. Everybody else just kind of sitting ducks. Kind of sitting ducks. I lied. NASCAR Freak and Ev exchanging positions. Time for another talkie, man. It's been way too exciting for me to sit here and eat another one. Fastest lap by Spark on mediums with no overtake mode? Crazy man. Hey, Max, you kind of already answered that, homie. I'm just going to scroll up a little bit in chat and you'll see. Ooh. Man, talkies are so fucking good, man. These two just continuing to kind of almost frolic together. You know, la 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 la. Just out for a midnight stroll here at Jeddah. Just loving life. I say that, but they're most definitely a little stressed at the moment. Most definitely a little stressed. 3 more laps to go here shortly. You can see Berkey off in the distance, pretty much cemented in his podium spot. Dang it, man. I called 2 out of 3. I just had to be different. I had to shout out a long shot, I guess. But hey, are you really gambling if you're not gambling? Very profound question there if you really think about it. Philosopherage is what I would like to say. Kartik now chasing after Sparky. Ooh, well, Kartik does have 3-second time penalty. And is on very old hard, so it's looking very rough for him. Rockstar getting ahead of Smiley. I mean, do I just switch to these guys? I mean, these guys are actually having a battle at the moment. Turbo kind of just sitting patiently behind Psy. Rockstar kind of poking his nose. Will not do it. Not sending it. Bottoming out a little bit over the curb there is Smiley. Or no, Smiley was sending the move on Rockstar. My apologies. Last battle on track apart from the front 2. Now, I do wonder, what will Psy do here? What is his game plan going into the final 2 laps of the race? Does he play a little bit of soft overtake games? Does he, you know, he doesn't have to sit there and slam on the brakes, but just kind of strategically let Turbo pass him to then have overtake for the final lap? Or does he do it for the second to last lap? What is he thinking here? What is his thought process? Because right now, truthfully, because of the way these regs work and because of the track we're at, Jeddah, it's really all in Turbo's hands. Psy is at the mercy of Turbo Chicken. He needs to play it correctly in such a way to where, you know, he almost forces Turbo to do what Psy wants him to do. You know, kind of make him, force him to show his card so that then Psy can pull out the 2 aces that he's been holding in his sleeve. You know, like Okay, let me not call him a cheater. That's not what I mean. But, you know, just pull out the hidden pocket aces out of nowhere and just go, psst. Actually, I win. Giant Stick retiring from the session. Oh, no, Stick has died. Sticky, no! Trying to see if maybe I can see him before he despawns. Sticky. I don't think we saw him. Rip. R.I.P. Sticky, bro. Very unfortunate to see. Man, Stick. You were so close! Just 2 more laps! Sticky, no! No, Stick. 3-second time penalty for Smiley. Ooh, does that now mean... Oh, it didn't... Yeah, it didn't matter anyways. Unfortunate for Stick. Now, this is what I'm saying. Look at the battery that Turbo has on Sai. Is now the last lap. This is his time to shine. So Sai staying ahead of Turbo. I mean, look, he's getting up to 100%. Over 25% more than Sai has at that exact moment. What does he do here? I mean, even I'm nervous, dude. This is what it comes down to. I mean, Turbo has all the power in the world right now. It looks like he's going to wait till the very end. But what that means is the momentum, the anticipation, the pressure builds as the lap continues. And as the battery recharges, discharges, recharges, he needs to be as close as physically possible to Sai ahead with a lot more battery to really cement his final move to finish this race. Now heading onto the very last straight of this track. Turbo deploying. Does he have the overspeed? Does he have the move? Sai defending the inside. Later apex taken by Turbo. Will need the better exit. Slipping out a little bit on traction. Drag race to the finish. Oh, some rough tumbling. Oh my god, who crossed first? It is Turbo! Do you dare to dream? Do you dare imagine? Do you dare pray? Do you dare hope that your patience pays off 25 laps later, coming down to the very, very small margin? Is it a tie? I don't know. Oh, fuck. Is it a tie? Dude, that's not possible in the game, is it? There's no... Holy shit, bro. No fucking way. How does that work? There's no way. I didn't think that was possible in the game. That's possible in the game? Bro, no. We need them to save their replays. We need them to save their race replays so that we can get the side angle and we can get the laser edge judgment. Dude, there is no way we're ending this bullshit on a tie. I refuse to let this go to a tie. There is no fucking way it's a tie. I refuse to believe it. Driver of the day going to Epic Baller without a doubt. 18th to 5th, dude. Dude, what the fuck? There's no way! Turbo Chicken, his little slip in the rears on the exit, possibly costing him the win. That little slip up, that little bit of tire spin, 100% at the very least costing him 1,000th of a second. Necessary to win this race. Dude, there's no fucking way. No. I refuse, dude. I absolutely fucking refuse. I refuse to believe that we finish in a tie. Okay, Gold Killer saying he's driver of the day. Bruh. No. I'm not giving you the official driver of the day. Official driver of the day goes to Epic Baller. He went, what, up 13 positions? Nah. No. He made up more positions than you, Gold Killer. No. We need the VOD ASAP. Bro, it didn't give me a good fucking view. Is this the race of the year? I don't know. I mean, it might be the race finish of the year. I don't know if it's the race of the year. What's up, Chronico? Dude, you just missed it. They finished in a tie. I shit you not, they finished in a tie. Dude, somebody has to have the race replay for them. One of those two has to have the race replay. We need the fucking angle. We need the fucking angle. There's no. I refuse. I refuse. I absolutely refuse to believe it. I need to ping them. I need to ping them at Psy, at Turbo. Did one of you get the race replay? It was between Psy and Turbo Chicken. Okay, Psy did get the race replay, so we're gonna get that angle, dude. I fucking refuse to believe it. I fucking refuse to believe it. Yeah, it was just those two after the safety car restart, kind of a little bit before the halfway point. Dude, I need side to we need to see the race replay. Um, we need to see the race replay side angle. Go to side stream. He's looking. Wait, side. Someone tell him to wait. Someone tell him to wait. Oh, he streams on YouTube, doesn't he? Fuck. Someone tell him to wait. Someone tell him to wait. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. Hold on. Hold on, psychotical. Hold on, please. He's not even streaming. Is it his Twitch? Is he streaming on his? Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, he's on it. Oh, he's on it. Fuck. Hold on. Now I gotta switch to my OBS shit. Window capture. Change it to Opera. Boom. Let's see it, Sai. Let's see it, Sai. Come on, show me. Oh. Oh. Dude. Hold on. Let's see what he's saying. I need to unmute my media.
Dude, no way. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I'm just so unlucky, dude. Oh my god, man. You're fucking joking me, dude.
Oh no! No, Sai, no! Oh no!
Like, that's just unbelievable.
There's no way. There's actually no way. Oh man. There's no way, dude. That is ridiculous.
Dude, it's just not even fair, man. Look at that, dude. Like, and then the like wheel hook here, man. Like, I don't know, dude. I think he fucking hits me. I'm going straight and he's coming over to me.
Oh man. Okay. We'll leave it at that. Oh my god, dude. Holy pisticles. Hold on. What am I doing? Turn that off. Turn this back on. All right.
We'll look at.
That's crazy, dude. The absolute ridiculous. This is the see Chronicle. That is without a doubt the race finish of the year. That is ridiculous, dude. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But that does it for this PTRL race here at Jeddah, dude. What a banger. Absolute banger. PTRL never disappoints. Dude, fuck me, man. Absolutely crazy end to a race. But hey, follow if you're not following already. I never say that. You're supposed to say that because, statistics say that this, and this. But, if you're not following, follow. I'm pretty sure every one of you that watches follows. I mean, come on. You guys are the goats. But that is it for tonight. Hope to see you guys tomorrow for Chronic Racing League, week 10. I think week 10 maybe. But yeah, I shall see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you all there. You guys are always the best. You guys are always amazing, and I hope you guys enjoy the race. Have a great rest of your night or morning if you're Dominator. But yeah, have a great one, boys. You're all amazing. You're all beautiful. You're all loved. Oh, bro, how are you gonna join as soon as I'm about to end it, brother? What are we doing? What are we doing? What's up, man? What's up? What's up, Cambon Cow? But it's alright. I will see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, it's epic. Epic baller. But yeah, sorry, man. Gotta go. Time to upload the VOD so that people can watch it back immediately. But have a great rest of your day, boys. It is Fridge. You guys are all amazing. Thank you.